Okay guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Matt and we're here with another Marvel Future Fight video, and today we are looking at the new events that have just been released in Marvel Future Fight. So we have a 7-year anniversary countdown pack. Not giving away anything too exciting here in terms of what we could possibly expecting from the update. You can see here we've got a couple of packs. Obviously, because it's 2022, they're going with the whole 2-2 motif. We've got 2,200 crystals, 2 times 200 bios, or you have the other option, which gives you the X gene selectors. So they're pretty much hedging their bets on this one, saying that you can get either biometrics or X genes. Look forward to the US 7-year anniversary. That's the US prices, sorry. So it's $20 US, about 18 sterling, and 25 Canadian and euros. But then we have the main update preparation event, which has got everyone so excited. So we have the double the Alliance Store XP, which is always nice. I always say that everyone should get this every time it comes up. Maybe you don't need the uniform upgrade kits anymore because you can obviously craft those, but it's always nice to get the extra hidden tickets and the boost points, always helpful with GBR. Then we have the update token event, not giving anything away with the colours of the tokens, so we don't know too much from there. And then we have the Battle World Relay featuring the recently updated characters. So we've got Hawkeye and Mysterio, who recently got his Transcendence, and then Gwenpool and poor Sandman, who got her Transcendence that really doesn't even need to be talked about, sadly. We have an Uru, cost up and down respectively, cost down to unequip and a higher chance to upgrade and combine to get Odin's Blessings. We have a coupon which isn't live until after reset. And then we have this just at the very end, just a couple of throwaway lines which most people may not have even scrolled down to, but this is what's got everyone talking. Prepare to meet the superheroes who will deal with the problems caused by the recently unstable dimensions. And as we all know, that is most likely going to be the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness update. We all know it's coming. Obviously, they do one for all the MCU films. As to whether or not it's going to be the update, I mean, it's pretty much looking a certainty now that it is. So as you can see here, we've got all the characters, and I'm not going off of any spoilers or anything, so don't worry about that. I'm just going off of the trailers and the TV spots that have been announced so far. Based off of those, the characters that are most likely going to be in the film. So I've highlighted them all here. Wiccan, we've seen he could only be in a flashback. We saw a younger version of him. With Speed, it could have just been a flashback to WandaVision, so we don't know if he as a character will be in the film, if he'll play a major role. So yeah, big question mark over him. But for the others, we all know, based on what we've seen so far in the trailers, they're all going to be in it. And it very much looks like, as we know, Kevin Feige always has a plan. So it very much looks like it's following the themes of what we've already seen in the Phase 4 TV shows. So it's following on from WandaVision. Whether or not this means we'll actually see the Vision from WandaVision, the sort of sword Vision as it were, the new version, we don't know if he'll be in the film. We all know it's following on from the events of Spider-Man No Way Home in terms of the multiverse. So what happens with the variants, what we saw in the Loki TV show, and also what we saw in the What If storyline, where we got this awesome Ultron uni. Admittedly, I haven't got it because, yes, I'm a cheapskate. I'm waiting for the 50% sale, which will come with the anniversary, but we'll get that then. But we did see that What If episode, which I think is very much going to play into Multiverse of Madness from what we've seen in the trailers. That is the Doctor Strange unable to keep things from falling apart. And we saw with that What If episode, he was desperately trying to save his love Christine. And we've already seen her in the trailers. We know that she follows him around with America Chavez. So yes, Doctor Strange is going to be the main character of this update. And you can see here, I do have the Infinity War uniform. I didn't get the spacesuit because even though the Doctor Strange Damnation update, the Hulk, Immortal Hulk updates really saw the beginning 2 years ago of what has been basically a string of amazing uniforms and updates and reworks ever since. This particular one for Doctor Strange didn't really move the needle enough for me to say, you know what, I need to get this uniform. It's a big enough upgrade, because there wasn't really the content there. And with this update coming up, I don't know what you guys are hoping for or expecting. Let me know in the comments down below, but I would really like to see Doctor Strange become the first sort of native tier 2 character to get synergy uniforms. It'd be really nice. We know that he's the protagonist of the film, but based on what we've seen, he could also be the antagonist. Now, most recently in No Way Home, we got two completely distinct uniforms for Peter Parker. We had the integrated suit and we had the black suit, which were PvE and PvP focused exclusively. It could be that with Doctor Strange, we get a hero uniform and a villain uniform. Based on what we've seen in the trailers, it looks like very much like there is an evil variant, the version that we saw in the What If series, who's going to be the main antagonist. And it could be that he's, obviously that's the version that Mordo is tracking or fighting, or potentially the version that Mordo's being manipulated by. And if we look in the past, we have had quite a few synergy uniforms before. In fact, a better way to show you is to go to the legendary battles. So let's go here. You can see in the Black Widow movie, it always seems to be for the MCU films, we had the snowsuit and the black suit for her. In Endgame, we got the team suits and the the more iconic looks. Captain Marvel had her synergy uniform be the Endgame and her own movie. So it could be interesting to see if they do something similar with the Multiverse of Madness. For example, with Wanda, it'd be really nice if they used this WandaVision uniform as a synergy uniform with Multiverse of Madness. We could say this is one outfit, one look, and then she has a completely different look. Whether or not it changes her too much or not, who's to say, if that's really necessary or needed in terms of aesthetically at least. But we could see a change, so more of a PvP focus, or if there is a villain variant that they're dealing with, that could be something again where she's helpful for Blast Villain Day. So then we have America Chavez, who we know is in the movie, and we haven't seen too much of what she's going to be doing apart from taking Doctor Strange and it looks like Christine through the multiverse. And she already has one uniform. We got that recently with the Ultimates update when Blue Marvel got his tier 3. Unfortunately, it didn't really do too much for her. Unfortunately, the best use it has is sadly just as a uniform option for Green Goblin. And it's not even the best. It's not, it's the third option, which isn't the most useful, as we know that the most useful ones are options 2 and options 5, which are the attack and the crit damage, etc. So anything for her would be a plus at the moment. I did get her transcended, not because I actually needed her for any content, but in preparation for the Multiverse of Madness, since we knew from the earliest trailers that were released that she was going to be a part of this film, and she is going to be a part of Phase 4 going forward. At the moment, the only thing I currently use her in is in Story Mode Ultimate. Very, very occasionally when she actually does crop up as a needed character for the story fragments. So anything would be a bonus for her at the moment. Like I say, Wiccan is a potential, is a question mark. We don't know if he'll be in there. And then we come on to Wong. Wong is a character who I think really does deserve more justice. We've seen him in countless films already. He's never been, a central focus character per se, but he's been in plenty of MCU projects so far. we've seen him since he was in Doctor Strange. He got his uniform, but it was one of those day one uniforms, so it's never really like we felt that we had two different versions of him, a base look and then a uniform. He got it straight away. He was in Shang-Chi, he was in Endgame, he was in Infinity War. We recently saw him in Spider-Man No Way Home. I think I can safely assume that everyone here who's watching this has seen that by now. And yeah, technically he is now the Sorcerer Supreme, as alluded to in that movie. So it would be really great to see him get some justice, because apart from the fact that he doesn't have a Transcendence or a Tier 3 at the moment, even though he is technically the Sorcerer Supreme right now, we never really see him using too much in terms of magic. I mean, yeah, you can see here he's got his bow staff and his sword. He's a physical attacking character and a speed character, and we don't really see anything too exciting. He was very much felt like a baseline. We're giving him a uniform and that's that. And that's all they did with him. And the same with Mordo. In fact, to be honest, because they made this Mordo a hero, because in the first Doctor Strange movie he was, you know, if you don't include the end credit scene, he was never really a villain. Obviously in this film we still don't know too much if he's going to be the true antagonist of the film, or if he's just going to be more of a side character. Yes, we've seen certain scenes in the trailers, but we don't know how much of those are misdirection. We've seen that before. The Spider-Man No Way Home, the classic Wong, don't cast that spell, Stephen, was a complete misdirect. It was never in the actual movie, so it'll be interesting to see where they go with Mordo. Personally, it would be great to see a rework, maybe not necessarily the same level as Green Goblin, but something along those power lines, but more of a PvP focus for Mordo, considering he is one of Doctor Strange's nemesis, and considering that Doctor Strange has been PvP meta in the past. If we do get synergy uniforms, yes, okay, they're going to be more expensive because native tier 2s, but then it would be great to see Mordo have a PvP focus and be on that same level for PvP against Doctor Strange. And as you can see here, a lot of the top players still carry Colossus, even though there's Hela, there's Ebony Maw, and there are other, good but not great characters available as a support character for PvP, like Taskmaster because of the passive and then the uniform passive. So maybe it would be a good idea to see Wong, who essentially is the right hand man of Doctor Strange, get a Transcendence or a Tier 3 that makes him a very good uniform option as a support for PvP. That would be what I'd like to see, him really take over the role of Colossus in PvP as a support character for Doctor Strange. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, take care. Bye for now.